If you're not familiar with the triple shots, this is going to be Lambertones' take on that iconic 60s style Strat tone that we are all so familiar with. And in this case, it's going to be very similar and almost like that John Mayer-ish type sound, but with a little less mid-range and extra clarity and definition throughout the entire frequency range. Where these pickups are going to be unique compared to other Strat pickups is that they are going to be able to handle any amount of overdrive, delay, reverb, and distortion you want to throw their way. In this case, they are built with the worship guitarist in mind. So what that practically means for you is that the signal that's hitting the front of your amp is going to start at a lower all over output. And what this allows you to do is have a cleaner bass signal hitting the front of your amp. And this then allows you to add more reverbs and delays and add more effects to your signal chain without it getting muddy or dirty. The triple shots are also going to have that really familiar 2 and 4 position that we love so much as Strat players. And in this case, it's going to have a little bit more scooped in that midsection to remove some of that traditional Fender honk that you get out of older pickups. Hey everybody, Editing Zach here. I forgot to say, I am giving away this guitar in the month of March. So check out that giveaway link down in the description and let's dive back into the video. And like I mentioned earlier, just because these pickups have less overall resistance, that doesn't mean that they have lower all volume. And in this case, the triple shot neck position is going to measure at 3.6 thousand DCR, and the middle position is going to be a little hotter at 4.1 thousand DCR. And if you're going to compare these sounds to a Fender 60s style Strat pickup, that's going to be closer to 6.7 thousand DCR. And again, all that practically means for you is that the signal hitting the front of your amp is going to be cleaner to start with, and it's going to allow you to add more effects on per your taste. Now, what I found in terms of the pickup height is the bass side on the neck and the middle position at 2.4 millimeters works really well. And then on the treble side, I've got it at 2 millimeters. And in my opinion, these triple shots are some of the sweetest sounding Strat pickups that there are. They get really clean and chimey and have really fantastic bell tones, but they don't ever feel ice picky or shrill. And since I just swapped out these pickups from the Fender Noiseless pickups to these triple shots, I really feel like I brought this guitar back to life. I felt like the Noiseless pickups just almost had a blanket thrown over them where there just wasn't a lot of high end. And the biggest pro was that they were obviously noiseless. But because of the lower all overall output of the triple shots, they're pretty quiet to begin with. And in this case, it brings back all that really enjoyable high end that I love out of a Strat. So with all that said, let's listen to the neck, the 4, and the middle position. mentioned earlier, I do have a video comparing the triple shot with the grinder bridge versus triple shots with the Crema bridge, which you can check that out right here after this video if you want to see the difference. In short, my personal opinion is that I like the feeling of the grinder better in an HSS Strat than the Crema. And this is actually opposite of what Curtis likes, who is the owner of Lambertones. But in this case, I feel like the grinder feels more like an HSS setup. It feels more like having a humbucker in the bridge. Whereas having the Crema in that bridge position feels like an extension of that Strat pickup position or a Tele pickup in the bridge position, where it feels more like a single coil, responds more like a single coil with an added extra oomph to it, versus the grinder feels like an actual vintage voice PF pickup with, you know, compression and more of those push mid-range. In this case, I feel like the grinder in that bridge position gives me that added power that I want when flipping to the bridge position of a Strat. And in terms of who I think these pickups are for, I think the triple shots are going to be amazing for really any genre of music. If you like the Strat sound, I think the triple shots are going to help meet that need really well. Now, if you happen to play praise and worship, I think these are perfect for that as well. However, I say that, but I also don't know a ton of people that really love playing Strats on Sunday mornings. I'm definitely the exception because I love a Strat. I love the way they feel, the comfortability, the playability, and the overall sounds I think are fantastic for worship. But I know I've seen a trend recently where a lot more people are playing humbuckers, and this is where I think having the grinder in the bridge position is going to be really helpful, especially for those more powerful big lead lines. Shots give you all of that mid-range and that spank that you want out of a Stratocaster, and you're still able to cover a ton of ground, especially with an HSS setup. And speaking of grinders, check out this video right here comparing my Lambertones grinders to the Cremas.